Hey guys, Pastor Tom Carter, Word Without Walls Ministry, with another Guerrilla Gospel message for you tonight, as always with my sidekick Logan.
Hello.
Logan wanted to do, every night when we pray, we try to do a little special part, so he wanted to do a little special part before I got started on this Guerrilla Gospel. You forgot? Get back over here. It's the ultimate truth of the universe, that God is love.
And He loves you.
Who is,
God is love and He loves you.
who is God?
Love.
What's his name?
Jesus.
Where does he live?
In your heart.
There it is. So tonight, I wanted to talk about something that Logan calls his life lesson that I've really been trying to teach him. And I kind of say it two ways. I say, feel what you feel, but don't let it control you. And I say it like this. If you're going to get upset, but then find a way to let it out in a healthy way. So I guess the title for tonight's lesson could be, Feel What You Feel. And I only want to read one memory verse tonight. Again, with these Guerrilla Gospel messages, I don't want to go too hard and heavy. I want to give you something to chew on, but not to choke on. Just a quick hit and run message. So again, I only want to use one memory verse tonight, and it's Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. And in the King James Version, it reads like this: Be ye angry, and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. And again, to me, it's kind of a simple message, because there are things in life that will make you upset, and that's okay. It's okay to get upset. It's okay to feel things. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to have emotions. God made us with emotions. But the trick is, the key is that our emotions are too big to keep inside. So we have to feel what we feel. We just can't let it control us. If you're angry, be angry, but sin not. Don't let your anger control you. Don't act out in anger. Don't throw a fit. Don't let your anger manifest in an unhealthy way. You have to find a healthy way to cope with it. Again, to let what's inside come out, because what's inside will always come out. Because again, it's too big to be held in, to keep in. And I mean, really, just think about it. Like when you try to bottle up your feelings, they will end up exploding. They will end up coming out. You can't hold them in forever. You just can't. You bottle them up and you think you're burying it down deep, but you're not dealing with it. You're not finding a healthy way to express it, and then it comes out in an unhealthy way. It explodes. And that's why I think it says, let not the sun go down upon your wrath, because I think the Bible here is talking about dealing with our emotions instead of just holding on to them. And you know, sometimes you should sleep on things. Sometimes you should give things a little time to process. But with something like anger or wrath, that's not something that you should keep in or carry around with you. That's something that you need to figure out a way to let go of, to deal with. And you know, I always, whenever I'm ranting on JesusRant.com or what have you, I usually talk about how back in the day when I would be upset about something, or when I needed to figure something out, or when something was bothering me, I would go out in the driveway and I would shoot free throws, because that was like a little bit of physical activity, a little bit of something else to focus on while I was dealing with these things, in order to help me to let what's inside come out in a healthy way, in a productive way. And sometimes I would shoot a lot of free throws. Sometimes I would wear myself out on purpose, just shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting, because that way I would do something productive instead of doing something destructive. And that's very, very important, that we get to that place where we can stop harming ourselves and others just because of how we feel. So again, the life lesson here is feel what you feel, but don't let it control you. Because there's things in life that upset us. That's just part of life, you know? Jesus said, in this world you will have tribulation. And then he said, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. And I think that's a part where we get stuck too, is we always think we need to overcome. I need to overcome. I need to be stronger. I need to have more faith. I need to be a better Christian, blah, 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 all this stuff where the focus is on ourselves. When really the focus should never be on ourselves. The focus should be on Jesus. He has already overcome, and that's why we're overcomers. Being an overcomer doesn't give you the ability or the strength to overcome. Being an overcomer means you have already overcome. Because again, he has already overcome. And he did it for us, in us, through us, and as us. His overcoming was our overcoming. So really, when you think about it, if he has already made the mountains low and the valleys high so that we could have a straight and narrow path to walk on, really there's nothing for us to overcome except, you know, that problem that we have, which is right between our ears most of the time, our mind, what we think of. You know, when we build mountains out of molehills, which again I think is ridiculous, because he already made the mountains low. He already made the valleys high. He made the straight and narrow path so that we could walk by faith and not by sight. We don't have to let everything in the world wreck us. We don't have to get angry about things. And again, if you do, you do. Okay? I'm not saying you should try to be an emotionless robot, but I'm saying you don't have to overreact to things. I'm saying you don't have to let your emotions and your feelings have control of you or take charge of you. You can be angry and sin not. Okay? You can get upset about something and handle it in a productive way instead of letting it wreck you, or instead of wrecking yourself and everything else. And again, I think it comes down, a big part of it is the second part of Ephesians 4:26, where it says, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. I think we need to stop putting things off, stop ignoring things, and I think we need to deal with things. Or again, you know, casting our cares upon him because he cares for us. Let him deal with them, or understand that he has dealt with them. You don't have to fix every problem. And in fact, you can't fix every problem. Every problem's not for you to fix. Sometimes, you know, we want to help so bad, but we end up hurting instead of helping. Sometimes we need to just really just let go and let God. Just cast our cares on him. Just say, God, I don't know how to handle this, but I know you do. And I trust you to handle this. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm going to rise above it. I'm not going to let this pull me down. I'm not going to let this trip me up. And guys, when love is holding us up, nothing can drag us down. We need to remember that. Love is all powerful. And that doesn't mean most powerful. It means love has all of the power and nothing else has any power. So we know that we can be safe in the loving arms of our Heavenly Father. Jesus spread his arms out wide on the cross so that he could wrap us up in a loving hug. So again, the thrust of this message, I'm trying to make it short and sweet, I'm trying to make it simple, is feel what you feel, but don't let it control you. Okay, when you're happy, be happy. You know, the Bible talks in another place about how there's different seasons for different things. Weep with those who are weeping. You can empathize with people. You can be there with people. When someone's happy, be happy for them. Be happy with them. When someone's sad, give them a shoulder. But you know, my pastor always said this too. He said, he'll stand with you, but he won't stay there forever, because we can help people if they'll receive our help. But sometimes, man, when you're with those people who are just constantly being controlled and ruled by their feelings, man, that'll wear you slap out. That'll drain all your energy. So give what you've got, and it's either enough or it's not. And if it is enough, great. And if it's not enough, you did what you can do. And don't worry about that either. Just shrug your shoulders and keep moving, as the Message Bible says. So hopefully this will help us, encourage us to not get stuck, to not get bogged down or tripped up or pulled down by our feelings and our emotions. Those are good and healthy. We are supposed to feel things. Okay? The Bible doesn't say don't be angry. It says be angry and sin not. Feel what you feel, but don't let it control you. There's some stuff we should be angry about, but that doesn't mean we need to throw a fit. That doesn't mean that we need to attack things or you know, blow things up or whatever sometimes we feel like we need to do. Sometimes that righteous anger can just lead us to a place where love can come into a situation. I don't like this situation. This situation makes me angry. I'm not going to blow it up, though. I'm going to try to fix it. I'm going to try to heal it. I'm not going to let the sun go down on my wrath. I'm not going to hold it in and pretend like nothing's bothering me. Because if something's bothering me, something's bothering me. And I need to deal with that. I need to figure that out. I need to, at the very least, I need to let that out and just give it to God and let him have his place and his will in this situation. So that's about as far as I wanted to go tonight. Thank you as always for all the support with the books and the rants and these videos. I just want to get this life-giving word out so that we can experience Jesus's abundant, everlasting, eternal resurrection life as he lives it in us and through us and as us. So I think Logan wants to say goodbye as usual. Well, he saw his hand anyway. There he is. Once again, thank you for all the love and support. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.